Today I'm going to teach you 3 essential jazz techniques for the hi-hat. And at the end of the video, I've got a bonus technique for you. By the way, if you're new to Brad on drums, I'm a Kansas City jazz drummer. I'm also a private teacher who has helped many students to master the art of drumming, including my student Zach Forsyth, who became a professional drummer and toured China with trumpeter Lee Sachuan. Okay, so in jazz drumming, one of the most important elements is playing the hi-hat on 2 and 4 with your foot. This is similar to rock drumming, only in rock drumming, you play a backbeat on 2 and 4 on the snare drum with your hand. I'm going to play a little bit of a jazz beat and then a short solo. Listen to how the hi-hat on 2 and 4 really ties everything together. By the way, if you're learning to play jazz drums, I've got 10 essential jazz independence and comping exercises I'd like to send you absolutely free. Just follow the link in the video or in the comments below to get a free copy. Okay, now that you know how important it is to play that hi-hat on 2 and 4, I'll show you 2 ways to play it. It's very important that the hi-hat closes consistently and that you get a consistent sound. There's 2 ways of doing this. The first way is to lift your heel up and play on the ball of your foot. Let me demonstrate. That's probably the easiest way, at least in the beginning. The second way is to rock your foot like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you go back and watch that again, you'll see that your heel comes down on 1 and 3. On 2 and 4, you're up on the ball of your foot. And this one does take more practice. I personally use this technique more. I find I can play more relaxed playing this way, and I also have better balance on both pedals. But again, it really does take more practice. I recommend practicing both techniques. They each give you a consistent sound, but a different sound. You'll find that you like one technique better sometimes and sometimes the other. Sometimes you like one better because of the volume of the band, and other times you'll like the other better because of the tempo that you're playing. Both of these techniques are used when you're playing on the ride cymbal. If you're playing on the hi-hat, you use another technique. Here's the basic jazz hi-hat pattern. Again, you want a consistent sound. You close the hi-hat on 2 and 4, and the other notes are played on a half-closed hi-hat. Don't open them too far or you get a really clangy sound, which is not what you want. For instance, it would sound like this. It's not the sound you want. You want more of this type of sound. Now for the bonus that I mentioned earlier. When you're playing extremely fast on the hi-hat, I find it useful to break the pattern up between 2 hands. I play 2 and 4 with my left hand and the other notes with my right. This allows me to play as fast as I want, and it sounds a lot cleaner to me than trying to play it all with one hand past a certain tempo. Supposedly, this is what many of the jazz drummers did, including Buddy Rich and Louie Bellson. They would actually put their left hand underneath the hi-hat, and I used to do that, but I personally like the sound better with both of my hands on the top of the hi-hat. Please comment below and tell me 2 of your favorite jazz drummers. I'll start. 2 of mine are Joe Morello and Louie Bellson. Who are yours? Or maybe you just want to comment helpful, and that would also be really awesome. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. Thank you for watching, and I have a whole playlist about jazz drumming that I know will also really help you. Please watch those next, and I'll see you next time.